Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all will be fine. First of all, I would like to thank you all for supporting me. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I request you to watch the full video. It's me, Zan, the financial analyst, and I will tell you about what's happening in Iraq and when actually the revaluation is happening, and all the news is related to Iraqi Dinar revaluation. So without wasting our time, let's start the video.
In a recent development, an important move by the Iraqi government has been highlighted: the formation of a higher committee aimed at adapting Iraq's banking system to international financial standards. This step is a major indication that the Iraqi dinar is set to float internationally in global markets. Now, let's break this down and understand what this really means and why it's a big deal for Iraq, its economy, and investors around the world who have long speculated about the potential rise of the Iraqi dinar. First of all, the idea of the Iraqi dinar floating internationally refers to its currency being traded freely in global currency markets. Currently, the dinar operates under what is known as a program rate. This is a fixed exchange rate, often determined and maintained by the government and Central Bank of Iraq in conjunction with international bodies like the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The program rate is often considered a form of monetary control to help stabilize a nation's economy, especially in post-conflict or economically turbulent environments. The dinar has been under such a controlled system for years, and many investors have been waiting for the day when Iraq will move toward a more flexible or floating exchange rate system. A floating exchange rate means that the value of the dinar would be determined by supply and demand in the open market. This would allow Iraq's currency to find its true value based on market forces, rather than being artificially maintained. Iraq is preparing for this transition, and this move to form a committee to adapt their banks to international standards is a critical step in that direction. When Iraq's currency floats, it would be more easily convertible and traded in global markets, opening up possibilities for foreign investments and economic growth. Now, some may wonder, can this really happen with Iraq's economy still under pressure? One key factor to consider is the removal of sanctions. Many critics claim that Iraq is still under heavy sanctions, which would prevent it from participating in the global financial system. However, Iraq is no longer subject to sanctions that would hinder it from internationalizing its currency. In fact, Iraq has made great strides in complying with international standards, which is why this new committee has been established to modernize the country's banking infrastructure in line with global requirements. Another concern often raised is that the dinar is still on the bad currency list, as some institutions like Wells Fargo claim that the dinar is on the Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC list, which would limit its tradability. However, the dinar is no longer classified under such lists, allowing it to be positioned for international trade. Essentially, the path is being cleared for Iraq's currency to be recognized and traded globally, providing more credibility to the idea of a floating dinar. Lastly, what does this mean for the dinar's exchange rate? A shift to an international float will almost certainly require a revaluation of the exchange rate. Currently, the dinar is undervalued at its program rate, and if Iraq's currency is going to enter the global markets, it will need to reflect the true economic potential of the country. This potential is massive, considering Iraq's abundant oil resources, growing infrastructure, and its strategic position in the Middle East. Once the dinar is floated, it could revalue at a higher rate, benefiting both the country and investors holding the currency. In conclusion, the formation of this higher committee is a powerful signal that Iraq is getting ready to enter the global financial arena, shedding its program rate and moving toward a floating exchange rate. This process will involve modernizing its banking system, ensuring it meets international standards, and setting the stage for the Iraqi dinar to be traded freely in global markets.